Hi Scorpio, welcome to your fortnightly check-in with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Scorpio, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So remember, these are purely tarot, so there's no astrology in these, so check them for your sun, your moon or your rising, and make sure that you know which one I resonate with for you personally that much more. All right, so for your cross purposes over the next fortnight, you've got the Justice card. Okay, so the cross purposes, the things that are getting in the way of the stuff that you're trying to do or to create, the Justice card suggests that it's a contractual matter. So this might be about a commitment that you've already made, right? So let's say an opportunity comes up and you've already said to your kids, you know what, I'm going to be at your school play. Or you've already said to your significant other, we are going away for the weekend. There's something here that suggests you have a commitment that is already in place, potentially a legally binding one as well for some of you, so be mindful of that. But you've got a commitment that's already in place that is effectively getting in the way of something new that's coming up for you. That's in terms of the macrocosm. In terms of the microcosm, straight up, whatever this is, there's something where you already have a legal obligation, or there's something that you're already contracted to, committed to, but this will be in a very sort of legal way. This combination doesn't fuck around, right? I can say this with you guys because you're Scorpio, so I can swear, I can do whatever. Now I've got my allergies are really acting up at the minute, so if I blow my nose, I doubt you and Capricorn tend to be the ones that are like, dude, you're just having a human moment, it's fine. Everyone else gets a bit like, oh, there we go, that's so gross, man. So I apologize in advance for the snuffling. But this is a legal combination, and it's a potential legal complication. So whatever you're committed to, fulfill your contractual obligations before you think about doing anything else, all right? That way you just alleviate any potential for any shit further down the line. For your actions and interactions with the world at large, you've got the Emperor card. There's a legal slant coming in here for this next fortnight for you guys. Just be mindful. Then you've got the Star card, and then you've got the Knight of Pentacles. I love this. So in the long term, your plans really are shaping up very, very well. Especially if you're planning to do something that has an element of TV, radio, podcasting or broadcasting about it. If you've got a YouTube channel, etc. Maybe you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel. Nothing wrong with that. Just make sure that the information that you're putting out doesn't conflict with your current job or your the ethics of your, all of that kind of stuff. You just want to make sure, where are the grey areas, where are the crossovers. As long as you know what they are and you're not stepping in on any legal toes, the social stuff it is what it is, right? Whatever we do in life, someone's always going to be upset somewhere. But this looks like this is potentially some legal toes that you might step on, so you just want to be careful with that. All in all, though, your actions really are very focused on the future at the moment. For some of you, this is about building wealth. For a lot of you, this is actually about creating a solid home base, whether this is the actual home that you live in. For some of you, this could be that you're sorting the electrics, the electricals, or some kind of item in that space. And for a lot of you, it does look like there is an international journey or destination coming up as well. So interesting. For your communications and conversations, you've got the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is usually an air sign male: Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. You've got the Star card there, so that's an Aquarius male. I stand corrected, this is a Libran male. And the Ace of Wands. So when it comes to the career sector, there is a new commitment being forged, potentially one that has a legal and or contractual nature to it. This is you literally signing on the dotted line. There are interviews, meetings going on. There is a lot of interaction going on for the Scorpios this week or this fortnight. It looks like a very busy old time. For some of you, you could be getting legal advice or seeking advice around some sort of matter about what it is that you're trying to create, set into motion. For those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, it looks like you're really very focused on the next stage of something. It's like you've got the idea, it's already kind of being set into motion, and now you're trying to figure out what the real world steps are to making this happen. For those of you that are studying or in some form of academia as well, it's worth mentioning here, this could be you starting some kind of new endeavor through the studies that you're doing or alongside it. If you don't have a license to practice yet, just be careful, all right? Make sure that whatever you're talking about, you are allowed to do so. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, I love this for a bump up. I love this for a promotion. I also really like this for you being sworn in for something, whatever that means to you, for, you know, wherever you are. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, I really like this for you giving birth to an idea and sharing it with the world almost simultaneously. So there's like some bright spark that you've had, and it's almost like you're so excited about this that you kind of bypass all of your usual processes. So just be mindful of that, because, you know, if it ain't ready yet, you don't really want to put it on the plate, you know what I'm saying? For those of you that are retired and no longer working, this could actually be, you know, something really unsexy, like you're sorting your will. I mean, you've got the Ace of Wands here, so it suggests it's a little bit more enjoyable than that. Unless, you know, you're one of those really macabre Scorpios, in which case, you know, this is the sort of stuff you do in your sleep. So, possible. For your, come on, brain. Love and relations, you've got the Three of Wands. Good news coming in through the partner if you're partnered, with the Eight of Pentacles around their work. And there's the card that I was looking for. So there's some kind of, for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, there's some kind of international connection that's coming in either with or through the partner. There is an international connection coming up here, and also there is a work-based culture that is starting to really adapt and shift when it comes to your significant other, that is actually very good for you, but also very good for them. Now, that Three of Wands coupled with the Eight of Pentacles, this is something that you are working on that, you know, is kind of nearing its deadline or its completion point. For those of you that are single and looking, I love this for you, because it looks like you are connecting with somebody through your work. So you don't have to look very far. This is somebody that is either in your network, somebody that you connect with, that you talk to. And I've got to be honest with you, it looks like a really great sort of connection. So I'm here for it. And then finally, for your money and materials, you've got the Devil card. So a little bit of overspending this week or this fortnight with the Three of Pentacles, but you're spending on things that are bringing long-term fulfillment, right? So, I mean, if you're anything like me, you spend a lot of money on books. I love me some books. And actual books, none of this Kindle edition bollocks. So I'm sure it works for lots of people, and I can't sit here and say I don't have like a million bootleg PDF of books, but is there something about a real book? You know, I just love the feel, the smell. I love to just, you know, curl up on the sofa or under a tree or whatever and just, books, man, books. Books are like porn for me. I'm a real book witch, but that's, you know, that's me. Jokes aside, you could be overspending on such things though, all right? So just be mindful about it. It's a good long-term investment, but it just, you know, be careful. I don't know if you've seen that thing. There's a meme that goes around and it always makes me laugh. It's as I get to the counter and buy my 1500th crystal or book or tarot deck, and I whisper to myself, it's not drugs. At least it's not drugs. I always find that really funny. But this could be something like that. That Judgment card with the Three of Pentacles. This is long-term implications for money that you're spending now, potentially maybe a bit too much money that you... It's not that you don't have it, it's just maybe in order to do this or to buy this thing or this set of things, you need to dip into your savings. And at that point, you know, yes, it's great because you've got the savings, but then if you keep doing that, you won't have any savings. Do you see what I mean? When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this is a new structure or a new approach to your health. That is very much based on some kind of ancient or old wisdom. I'm totally here for it. I will say to you, it looks like a lot of you may be taking a trip to the chiropractor, an osteopath, potentially a dentist for some of you, but there's other cards I would want to see here for that. When it comes to your home and environment, for a lot of you this could be money that you're spending on the home as well. It might be that is kind of what's costing you, and it's almost like rather than do it sort of half-assed, you're like, you know what, just spend the money now so that you don't have to do it again later for at least a good while anyway. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. It looks like a great fortnight. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.